About 2,000 years ago, Pontius Pilate asked Jesus a very important question. He asked, "What is truth? Do you know?" Let's talk about it. The Hebrew word for truth is emet, which are the letters Aleph, Mem, and Tav. So right off the bat, we have something deeper to consider about the word truth. When we look at the Hebrew alphabet, the letter Aleph is at the beginning, the letter Mem is in the middle, and the letter Tav is at the end. So in order to uncover truth, we need to know and understand the beginning, middle, and the end. And when we look at the word emet, or truth, briefly, we know that the first letter Aleph, which we discussed in a previous video, is the first letter, or said to be God's letter, and means God or strength, and is represented by an ox head. And what I think is fascinating is if you take away the Aleph in this word, if you remove God from the equation of truth, you are left with the word met. And the Hebrew word for met means death, or dead, or to die. So truth without God is death. And again, people say you shouldn't read the Bible like this, but I just find this to be mind-blowing. Another quick epiphany on the word truth in the Hebrew, without me going too deep on this, is that when we look back to the beginning, when we look back to Genesis, we see the first three words, Bereshit bara Elohim, which means in beginning created God, or in the beginning God created. And at the end of each word, we have Tav, Aleph, and Mem. We have truth in the first three words of the Bible. But what's interesting is that the words are out of order. They are in chaos, if you will. And what we understand as we keep reading this passage is that the world was without form and void. The world was in chaos. So we see God separate the light from the darkness, the order from the chaos, and on each day he saw that it was good. And then we come to the last day of Creator Week, day 7 in Genesis 2:3, in which God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created to do. And the last three words of Creator Week are bara Elohim Lasat. And if you look at the last letter now of each word, we have Aleph, Mem, and Tav. We have truth. Creator Week ends by establishing truth. I personally find this incredible, but maybe we can go deeper into the Hebrew meaning for truth in another video. My point is that people no longer desire the actual truth because they desire the proverbial feelings of increased dopamine that they get from hearing what they want to hear from their slanted echo chamber. And when you hold two contradictory beliefs in your mind at the same time, it creates a battle within your own being. And you begin to go to war with yourself. And even when someone can show you that you don't know something or possibly misunderstood something and you still reject it, it soon becomes denialism. And denialism is the practice of denying existence, truth, or validity of something despite strong evidence that it's valid. It's a way to avoid a psychologically uncomfortable truth. But the truth is the truth, even when you reject it. And when you reject the truth for a lie, when you accept untruth instead of the truth, that lie is rooted in idolatry. But Jesus Christ didn't say, "I kinda know the truth," or "I once knew the truth," or "let me help you go find truth in those bushes over there." Jesus Christ said, "I am the truth." Do you really understand the claim that he was making? Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, which implies if you don't know the truth, then you're in bondage. And Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me." So it's a complete and utter logical contradiction for two things to both be true in the same way at the same time. So Jesus was either the truth, like he claimed to be, or he was a nut job. And if Jesus is indeed the truth as he claimed to be, then everyone's destiny, everyone's eternity, everyone's salvation is based on the predicate of the relationship that they have with him. And the evidence supports that Jesus Christ is the truth. But with most people, the problem isn't the evidence. The problem isn't here. It's here because they don't want it to be the truth. Listen, there is no relative truth. There is no my truth. There is no your truth. The truth is the truth. And it's the same objective truth for everybody. The consequence of relativism or relative truth is that in the end, we will all have our own reality. And essentially, we all live in our own world. But if the truth is that this pen is green, then it's green for everybody, no matter what. If you say it's red because maybe you have an impairment that makes you see it as red, doesn't change the truth that the pen is green. Now, if you are correct and the pen is actually red, then that means that I am incorrect, because there is only one reality, and the truth for me and the truth for you are both bound to that same reality. Otherwise, we create a world in which I mentioned in another video that yes can be no, up can be down, left can be right, and good can be wrong. Two things can both be true, but the law of non-contradiction says that two things can't both be true in the same way at the same time. So if it's true that Jesus Christ rose from the dead for the sin of the world, then it's absolutely true for everybody, whether you believe it or not. You can believe in a square circle. It don't make it true. You don't gotta believe in the sun to receive light from the sun. You don't gotta believe in gravity to stay on the ground. In other words, you can put a cat in the oven. It don't make it a biscuit. And when people willingly choose to reject the truth, it causes cataclysmic confusion, where the confused are leading the confused and the blind are leading the blind. Just because it makes sense doesn't make it true. And just because it doesn't make sense or you can't comprehend it doesn't make it not true. And Jesus Christ says, I am the truth. I am where truth starts. I am the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. Alpha is the first letter in the Greek alphabet, so it's the beginning. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, epsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega, the end. I am the beginning and the end. I am the truth, and no one comes to the Father except by me. What audacity, what arrogance by Jesus Christ to make such a bold claim, unless it is the truth. Truth isn't about convenience or whether you believe in the truth or not. Truth isn't even about the facts, because the facts are only what we know right at this moment. But the truth is the truth. And the truth is that everyone's eternity is based on what they do with the one who claimed to be the truth, which means you don't have to guess which way to go. You don't got to guess about your salvation. You don't have to guess where you will spend eternity. So don't let your personal experiences keep you from experiencing the truth. Push the truth from your head to your heart. There is only one truth, and it can't be twisted, changed, or misunderstood, because Jesus Christ is the truth, and he promises to those that do believe in him everlasting life. Anyway, I hope this message helps somebody. Shalom. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for watching my videos. I'd really love for you to become a supporter of my page and to become a subscriber. Your support really does go a long way, and it helps me to continue to create content that reaches people all around the world. So if it's on your heart, please click on the Become a Supporter button. And again, thank you for partnering with me to reach people all around the world. Peace.